Sometimes people, when they leave the church, it's like the baby with the bathwater, and it all gets thrown out. And sometimes we know somehow that God has nothing to do with the doctrines and dogmas of the religious part of our connection with God. It's man-made. And I never thought for a second that I was leaving God when I left the church. I knew I was leaving an institution. But most people, or I don't know about most people, a lot of people have a hard time. They leave their cult, their religious institution, their whatever it is that they think it is, they're leaving it behind. And when they do, they feel like they have to leave God behind. And then they get to reclaim it, of course.
Well, that was truly my experience, because once I left the community of the church, it was all I had ever known. And it's like, where do I go now? So none of it exists for me anymore. I just closed it off and said, it doesn't exist for me in that way anymore. That a spiritual community isn't there.
Yeah.
Because it was the only one that I knew.
Me too.
There was just that one. And even though I would try to kind of hold on to God to some degree, but I closed the door on that, because I thought, oh, if it's the God that I grew up learning about, then he's pointing his finger at me and condemning me. Yeah. And of course, I found out that's not the case at all.
Yeah, I feel so blessed when I know that people have come through that and then reclaimed the truth to themselves.
Yes.
And so I look forward to doing that podcast with you. Yes. And that will be coming up shortly. It should be within the next couple of weeks. We'll be doing it, and we may do a whole series with it. And again, Don he's a spiritual coach. And would you let them know how they can connect with you if they'd like some coaching? And
sure.